What? Let's go! Anything more? Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Of course. Let me blow up some heads! Come on! Great! All right. Not sure, but let's do it. Of course. No fear. Silent and lethal. For the Empire. The party has just begun. So glad to do it. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. No fear! For the humans! So glad to do it. For the humans! So glad to do it. Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the humans. Let me blow up some heads. Perfect. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. Silent and lethal. For the Empire. All right. So glad to do it. Nice. For the Empire. No fear. They're already dead. No fear. For the Empire. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Anything more? It looks great. Sounds good. Perfect. The party has just begun. Nice. Good quality. Understood. Those heads are calling for a bullet. That's easy. The more the merrier. Silent and lethal. Perfect. Okay. No problem. For the Empire. For the Empire! All right. No problem. Come on! For the humans! So glad to do it. No fear! Let me blow up some heads! So glad to do it! Perfect! For the humans! They're already dead! The party has just begun! Okay. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Of course. Sounds good. For the glory of Quintus, for the humans, no fear. Yes. I love it. All right. Amazing. Come on. For the Empire. Come on. Those heads are calling for a bullet. It could be a trap, but let's go. Yes! Silent and lethal. Perfect. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. It could be a trap, but let's go. Understood. This will come in handy. For the humans! For the Empire! Great! Of course! I love it! Priceless. For the Empire! Perfect. Okay. All right. No fear! So glad to do it! The party has just begun! So glad to do it. No fear! Amazing. For the Empire! Okay. That's easy. Nice. They're already dead! Come on. Perfect. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Nice. Let me blow up some heads. I love it. Yes. Okay. For the humans. Looks worth taking. Good quality. For the Empire. So glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads. They're already dead. Come on. So glad to do it. All right. You made my day. Anything more? Not sure, but let's do it. Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the Empire. Perfect. This will come in handy. For the humans. That's easy. This is nice. Okay. Wonderful. No fear. Nice. Silent and lethal. For the Empire. For the Empire. The party has just begun. Great. Of course. Anything more? Come on. Come on, the infected are waiting. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Okay. No fear. Understood. For the humans! Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! For the Empire! Let me blow up some heads! For the Empire! Perfect. For the humans! So glad to do it. Understood. Yes. Anything more? That's easy. The party has just begun. Silent and lethal. No fear. Those heads are calling for a bullet. They're already dead. Perfect. It could be a trap, but let's go. For the Empire. For the humans. Of course. Sounds good. No fear! So glad to do it. Okay. Let's go. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! I still have some tricks up my sleeve for the Empire. Perfect. Silent and lethal. Those heads are calling for a bullet. No problem. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Wonderful. Let's go. So glad to do it. That's easy. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Let's go. This would be useful. No fear! Let's go. For the Empire! The party has just begun! For the humans! Let me blow up some heads! Let's go. For the Emperor! Let's go! They're already dead! For the humans! Okay. For the Empire! All right. Perfect. For the Empire. Yes. For the Empire. Understood. No fear. Sounds good. So glad to do it. For the humans. For the humans! They're already dead! I still have some tricks up my sleeve for the Empire. So glad to do it. For the Empire. All right. Yes. Great. Let's go. Those heads are calling for a bullet. That's easy. It could be a trap, but let's go. Let me blow up some heads. No fear! I love it! Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Priceless. So glad to do it! For the Empire! Silent and lethal. Okay. No fear. The party has just begun. For the Emperor. All right. Let's go. No fear. For the Empire. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. No fear. Of course. So glad to do it. Silent and lethal. The party has just begun. Not sure, but let's do it. Let me blow up some heads. For the Emperor. Of course. Of course. For the Empire. Anything more? Sounds good. For the Empire. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Nice. They're already dead! Yes. So glad to do it. For the humans! Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the humans. Let's go. For the Empire. Let me blow up some heads. Perfect. No fear. For the humans. Silent and lethal. Understood. It's worth taking it. Nice. For the humans! All right. Excellent idea, sir. No problem. So glad to do it. That's easy. All right. Nice. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! For the Empire! Come on, let's go. For the Empire! All right. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. The party has just begun. They're already dead. Yes. For the glory of Quintus. So glad to do it. No fear! For the Empire. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Not sure, but let's do it. All right. For the humans. Perfect. For the Empire! Silent and lethal. Nice. So glad to do it. All right. That's easy. The party has just begun. Come on. Of course. Let's go. Let's go. Yes! Perfect. Nice. For the humans! All right. Perfect. Let's go. Okay. Yes. No fear! Great. Yes! They're already dead! For the Empire! Let me blow up some heads! Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! No fear! For the Empire! Understood. All right. Perfect. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Yes. So glad to do it. For the humans. Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the Empire. No fear. For the Empire. Interesting. Come on. It looks great. Silent and lethal. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Of course. Great. This is going to be fun. Let's go! I hope not to find a harpy there. That's easy. Yes. For the humans! So glad to do it. Understood. No problem. No fear. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Okay. Of course. Sounds good. So glad to do it. For the Empire. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. They're already dead. The party has just begun. For the humans. All right. Let me blow up some heads. So glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads. Understood. All right. Understood. Of course. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Understood. Perfect. Silent and lethal. For the humans! For the Empire! For the humans! Perfect. For the Empire. For the Emperor. For the Empire. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Sounds good. It could be a trap, but let's go. Come on. They're already dead! Yes! Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! No fear! All right. No fear! The party has just begun! For the Empire! Yes! So glad to do it. No fear! Silent and lethal. Of course. Amazing. Interesting. Come on. Sounds good. Anything more? Perfect. Understood. Okay. Yes. For the Emperor. Perfect. Understood. This is for the Empire. That's easy. That's easy. No fear. Great. Okay. Of course. Come on. Nice. Nice. Yes! All right. So glad to do it. Come on. I love it. Of course. Yes. For the Empire. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Understood. All right. Of course. No problem. That's easy. For the humans. All right. Nice. For the Empire! Okay. All right. Wonderful. For the Empire. Those heads are calling for a bullet. That's easy. Perfect. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. For the Empire. For the Empire. For the humans. The party has just begun. Let me blow up some heads. Anything more? What do we have here? The more the merrier. Interesting. That's easy. It shines. Wonderful. This is for the Empire. What do we have here? Good quality. Great value, no doubt. Come on, the infected are waiting. Nice. All right. Interesting indeed. What do we have here? No problem. Priceless. Amazing. Wonderful. For the glory of Quintus. Yes,